Hi, it is 2022 Stonedead Festival. I'm here with the Treatment. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Oh my goodness, that was a reverse clap. Let's do it again.
The reverse clap?
Yeah, like that. Oh, yeah. So, we finally managed to get you here, which is fantastic, because obviously last year we were
1 year.
Yeah.
with the vid, as we'll call it, the vid.
The vid struck us pretty catastrophically that day. I think it's the best way to put it. We actually, the night before, so Tom came down and he got to our house. It must have been maybe 10, 11 in the evening, and we all had to do the COVID test, obviously, to get into the site.
Sure.
We ordered our COVID tests, and then I was just chilling in bed, and someone goes, "Oh, it's positive." I genuinely thought it was a laugh.
Yeah.
And then you hear the kind of roar of no. And we all jumped out of bed. He took a second one, and he honestly had no symptoms, no nothing, but he actually had the Rona, unfortunately. And I think at that particular point, everyone's safety was the most important thing. But obviously we were kind of up shit street as well, because we had all then shared the house with him, which didn't help. So we were all then stuck in the house. But yeah, no, Tom unfortunately, yeah, we couldn't make it. Tom had to head home, but we got a great slot today.
You got a fantastic
It's
slot
kind of in a really weird way that at the time it didn't look like a positive, but actually looking back at it now, it's been amazing. We're now part of this festival as it's growing, and we're here today. What could be better?
We're here now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it here for the show, and of course, part of the DNA of Stonedead is the people that keep coming back as fans, and also as bands keep coming back year on year. Of course, this year, let's talk about the tour with Reckless Love. We saw Reckless Love earlier this year, of course, with you guys at Call of the Wild.
Yes. Yeah, so Call of the Wild, actually, we just did. And that was, the first time we'd seen the Reckless Love Boys in a long time, because we actually toured with them, it must have been maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we haven't seen them for a while. So then suddenly getting this tour drop in, and it fitted in perfectly, because we actually had some shows in Europe.
Yeah.
And then obviously Stonedead today. So we come off today, we go back home, we repack, and then we're off on Monday. Mm-hmm. And we start in Glasgow, and then work our way down the whole of the UK. And then the last show ends in Southampton, which is perfect for us to get to Calais, fly straight over to Netherlands, and then we play there the next day and work our way through about, I think it's 3 dates in Europe.
You've got a great booking agent, logistically speaking.
No, Ian is the best, although I've got to say after the last... Yeah, I don't know if you know about the last tour we did. We did 18 shows on the trot. And we've all, headline shows, 18, no day off. And I got to say, after that one, there was a few moments with Ian. What you just did to us then was outrageous.
And of course, with the Reckless Love thing, it's a double headliner.
Well,
so what are you doing now? Are you going to one night, one band takes the last slot?
We actually we decided, because we were replacing. It was Dan Network. We decided that, look, we just said, although it's a co-headliner, we said you take the final slot. Mm-hmm. But we actually quite like the warm up to them. There's something, I think the Treatment's always had a bit more of a fire when we're going on.
You're getting the crowd
revved up. Really rev. It's not, we all go in as fighters. We go in to win the show.
Yeah.
I know it's all about one rock show, but at the end of the day, we are here to win. We want to be the best at what we want to do, and that's not in an egotistical way. That's we just want the best of our music. And so for us, I think always going on that sort of underdog slot makes us perform and really play to a different level.
Yeah.
Your job at that slot is to warm the crowd up.
Yeah, that's it.
Make sure
we're going in there. We're going there to steal every single fan and make sure everyone has a great rock show, and that's what we want to do. And for us, that slot is perfect. Today our slot at Stonedead is the perfect slot. It's that kind of time in the day. Everyone's had a few beers. They're ready for some real rock and roll. You're not kind of late on in the evening where everyone's really cooked, they've been out in the sun. Like that sort of between 2 and 4 mark is the perfect festival slot.
It is.
So again, we've got it great today, and with Reckless Love it'll be brilliant. But then after that, we actually go out and we do 3 headline shows out in Europe, which should be great.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
So Netherlands as well, which should be great, because I don't think we've ever actually been there, which should be crazy. And then
it's a nice part of the world.
Well, yeah, I hear about the space cakes out there, so maybe we might try one for the first time. Who knows?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Speaking of
let's
talk about Waiting for Good Luck.
What do you want to know about it?
How has it gone?
Well, Waiting for Good Luck, although it's still kind of our last album, it kind of feels like a decade ago when we did it, because we did it in right in the middle of, with COVID we had 2 lockdowns, and we did it the first time we opened up. we got into Rockfield. We managed to get 4 days. That was all we were allowed because they had different bands booked in. So we were just like, I remember Lowell's our manager and producer. He had always, while doing the record, wanted to record the album live. It's something the Treatment had never done before. And so for us, Rockfield was, a legendary place, and it had that live feel about it. So we thought, right, great, we'll go in. And they gave us 4 days, so we rehearsed up as best we could to lay down all the skeleton of the songs in those 4 days, and that was what we had. And then later on, you've heard what Waiting for Your Luck is. Like, it is very much a live album. It is no frills. That is what the Treatment is. It sounds alive, and it is real. It's unedited, unquantized. There's nothing fake about it. But yeah, so then it came out just. I can't remember when it actually came out.
It came out in April 2020?
2020, I think.
2020. The year that wasn't a year.
Yeah, the year that wasn't a year. But so now we're still kind of talking about it as if it's a fresh album, but actually for us, it's 2 years down the line. The tour we did in April was our headline tour to promote that album, which was a year and a half late. Do you know what I mean?
Let's go back to Rockfield. This is an interesting place because Rockfield Studio is possibly next to Abbey Road. It's the most famous recording studio in the UK, and for a reason. So when you were there, I've spoken to other bands that have recorded at Rockfield, and they always have this great sense of, it's almost like the ghosts of the past are present in that building. You soak up the atmosphere. You remember Freddie Mercury at the piano.
The first thing you go in is you've got the piano in the room we were playing in, which was the first crazy thing. And the other thing that we had some real magic there, is they did a big documentary on BBC about it. It was about a 2 hour on the story of Rockfield, and that was actually aired on the Saturday night we were there. So it's kind of mad. We stopped recording to watch this, and we all sat down. We sat down with the engineer in there, and we watched it. And afterwards, the great thing is because you live on site, so you don't go back to a hotel. No. And the engineer was like, "Whoa, are we feeling inspired?" And we were like, "Absolutely, yes, we are." And so we actually carried on recording after that, and it was like after seeing the story and seeing all the kind of mad bands that had been in there and everything from the past, it just brought this energy up within all of us, and we went back in and we recorded till about 4 a.m, which is great. But having that ability to be able to do what you want to do at any particular given time, and when the creative juice is there, it's there.
They call it the freedom to perform.
The freedom to perform, that's exactly it. And the engineers there, we had a guy called Nick who actually, some of his stories, so he goes back to when he started there, he was working with Oasis on Definitely Maybe. No, was it? Yeah, it was Definitely Maybe. And some of the stories he was saying about like the Gallagher brothers there, and that was kind of mad. That was him biting his teeth, and like he was saying about the guitars getting smashed. He actually had the Wonderwall guitar that was kind of mad, so we got out the one. Basically, he had an acoustic guitar. Noel came in, and then Liam was in there, decided to smash a guitar over Noel's head or something. Turned out it was actually Nick's guitar, our engineer, and so Noel chucked him some old acoustic that he just recorded Wonderwall on, but didn't realise what the song was going to go on to do. And there's a guitar right in the corner. But there's so many bits of rock and roll history, and some of the stories, like they had Coldplay there, and it was just amazing. Like, there's amazing music, whether you like the bands in there or not, but what was created in there, what has been created, is magic.
And of course, you're now part of the Rockfield DNA.
And now we're part of it, you've got Sabbath in there as well, Hawkwind, jeez man, there's a list of bands.
Well, let's go back to today. Plans, guys, because obviously this will go out after the show today, so we can talk about the show a little bit.
Absolutely.
Have we got some nice surprises?
Nice surprise. I think the Treatment doesn't really have a lot of surprises in our show, okay?
Sure.
The big thing we're not about pyrotechnics. We're not about stage sort of shenanigans and like dressing up. And we are stripped back rock and roll. That is what the Treatment is. And so we don't like the huge confetti cannons and all that kind of pyro and stuff. It is, if you want to see us, we're like AC/DC. There's no frills. It's a rock and roll show. It's loud. The music speaks for itself, and we're just there to have a great time with the crowd. That's what we want to do. And we've taken a long time sorting out this set. This for us is a massive show. It's one of the highlights in our career, honestly. Like being on Stonedead, I don't know how this festival has become such an iconic thing for the rock community, but it is. It's because it's led by the people, I think. And so for us to do this show is massive. So yeah, we've got a 45-minute set with nothing but bangers. We've kind of chopped up songs here and there, incorporated little different bits, but as you'll see, it's just 45 minutes non-stop from start to finish.
You heard it first.
Yeah.
It's what it's always will be.
Absolutely. So it's all thrillers, no fillers from the Treatment today.
There you go.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.